I'm excited to see this match. We have two of the brand new factions at the top here, top 8. So one interesting thing is 5 out of the 8 people in the top cut do already have a world invite.
Yes, they do.
So, as the organizer of the event, how's that going to work?
Well, let's just wait till this round is over.
Okay, let's see if it just works itself out, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yep, exactly.
Fair, absolutely fair. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. I figured it out. Well, let's hopefully the cascading craziness doesn't happen. Right, that's kind of where you're hoping for.
Yep, no problem.
So we're gonna go ahead and color code these vultures on the side there. Johannes, if I can get some help here, what are those? His little colored dots there. I see that's pink. That's number pink. What's the next one?
It's yellow.
Okay, yellow.
Then it's white.
White.
And then it's purple.
Purple.
And then it's Will's hand. I will go and check because the
stuff's on top of it.
That's the right play, Nathan. Come on. Why are we not on stream? So everyone can be like, why didn't you pick our roll?
All right, we're gonna get a blue and then green. Thank you, sir. Blue and green. Alrighty. All right, so we got that organized. It'll be easier to keep track of as they get set up. And you see Will getting set up there on the bottom right-hand corner, and he has Watt in the very bottom corner. He's right there.
Watt's back in the back end.
Yep, and you have one drone facing. Actually, you have 3 of them right here, actually facing that way.
They'll probably do like a swing out.
Do you think maybe the plan here is to try to keep that net as wide as possible because how these jets? I mean, basically, Nick's not gonna be coming in here, right? Like, so you have the flanking Jedi and the running Jedi, and you just kind of always baiting and switching.
Yeah, so it's basically like the same strategy as the Sunter Kylo back in 1.0. You're going to swing him in and then bring him back out, and then swing him back in and then bring him back out. Just testing like the patience basically and breaking down the list. So.
All right, we're going to get the poll up here in a second. I mean, this is a pretty thematic list matchup. Like, I'm actually pretty excited to see it.
The prequel lineup. This is pretty sweet.
Yep.
This is probably the best matchup of the top 8.
Yeah. No offense to all the other people. Love you guys, but.
But there's I think.
You guys good?
Yep.
All right. Time starts now.
For the stream table.
There is for the streaming table. Alrighty, so we got time started there, and we'll see what William does in the opening. I'm gonna try to get that stream poll up for whatever reason it's not popping up here. All right, so it looks like the players came to an agreement like, hey, listen, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 3 forward with all these guys and calculate, and if you can please go ahead and move. Because, I mean, Nick's game, Nick wants the time, right? He wants to go to time, and Will needs as much time as he can.
Yeah, well.
It's that balance, right?
Yeah. So this is either just A, going to time, and the Jedi are just going to plank off a few of these guys, and hopefully they don't get half points themselves.
Yep.
And this might be a whole 40 or 75-minute, unless one of the Jedi just get popped, unluckily.
So if you're voting in the chat, super easy to do that. If you're on Twitch, 1 for Nick, 2 for William.
Oh, do you want to flip your cards?
All right, so you see William already, he's starting to spread his guys out.
If I ever flip the foils, I'll use the token.
Oh, okay, because your cards are...
And, you know, the interesting thing about streaming regionals in this area is that literally everybody in this room knows each other, right?
Yeah, right.
Like there is no unknown. We all know each other's like by name, have hung out, and you know, a friend will win this regional.
Yes,
is what we know, and a friend will end up with that world's invite.
So we had 60 players yesterday.
Yep.
And it felt like you guys in your regionals up north.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It wasn't as many, but you had a crazy amount of good players just there.
Oh yeah.
And it just makes it super difficult. You have like Nathan Idy, you have Will Barnacle, Tyler Tippett, you have Will that's playing on the table. Nick is super good. He already won a regional.
Marcel.
Kyle
Adams
Kyle
is
Adams.
ridiculous too.
I mean, the list can go on and on and
Yeah.
on and on and on.
Just
And
look up the event on tabletop and look through the names, and you just go, it's a bloodbath. We have a lot of really strong players here in the Midwest, and almost all of them came out.
Right. I'll bring up that stuff. I'm trying to figure out more prize support. So just give me a second.
No worries, no worries. So we are going to be doing some giveaways. Johannes surprised me with a couple of things.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll just tease them for
yep,
now.
Yep.
Let's talk about
Few of our local stuff, and then I managed to find a little packet of dice that I own. So
Ah, interesting. All right, so looks like Nick's already ready to go.
the poll is kind of crazy to me because I think this is actually a 50-50 matchup.
Yeah, and it's pretty close right there.
Yeah. So you all probably didn't see yesterday, but Nick is running these Jedi like it's literally just like Sunterfell and Kylo back in 1.0.
Yeah.
It's crazy good. I've seen him 200. Oh, he 200. Marcel.
Yeah.
So I mean, he knows how to play it, and I'm not discounting Will on
Yeah.
anything, but this should basically be an even 50-50 match, really.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think the biggest advantage that Nick has, right, is the maneuverability. He can see where everything is before it goes,
Yep.
and he can boost and barrel in either order that he
Right.
wants to every single turn.
Right.
And Will's going to have to try to keep his arc spread out.
Yep.
But the problem there is that if he's only getting 2 to 3 shots
Right.
on a single turn, because there'll be a turn where William has shots, but if Will doesn't kill one of the Jedi in
Right.
that volley, that might be the game right
Yeah.
there.
So I was at Star Wars Celebration, and then you get to play with Obi-Wan as like the furball. event.
It's ridiculous.
So the thing was, Obi-Wan was just running the table at the furball event,
Yep.
and what really killed Obi-Wan was just like one. It's more than just one shot.
Mhm.
If you get more than one shot on him, they start to die, and they start to die quickly.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you're only doing one shot at them, they just don't die.
Nope.
So you have to basically, Will needs a little bit of the dice variance to go a little bit,
Mhm.
and then he just needs, because the problem with the Jedi is if they run into some blanks, I mean, they got a little bit of cushion, especially since they're running the Delta 7B,
Mhm.
but they'll start to, once they get into Hall, they just incinerate pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
And Nick did bring R2 Astromech, so he is able to regen 2 of those shields. And in a couple of his matches, I was talking to Nick yesterday, it mattered because he was able to just, you get that one shield above half,
Oh, yeah.
and you've gained back 45 points on Anakin, or what is that,
Right.
45, 46, 47, 48 points on the other one?
No, it's definitely worth it.
49, excuse me. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I mean, because like we said, they're swinging in and out all the time. So there's a lot of times they're just not going to shoot. They're just choosing not to shoot. 'Cause
Right.
They want to die. So you just you just regen and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Because they do got the 5 forward and all that stuff too. So.
Now, I know this isn't Will's play style, but what if Will just decided not to engage? And because right now it looks like Will's being the aggressor right now. He's going into that corner. He does have a major advantage in final salvo.
Yeah.
Right. And I know that's not how people want to play, or
Right.
how people want to win. But that is something when I see this 2 ships versus 7
The
that
o-
comes to mind.
The only problem is those guys will drop super fast
Mhm.
if it's just like a last
pop
round
one
match.
right in the last
you
one.
Win,
Yep.
You win the match. So that's the thing. I would think you probably maybe not want to do it that way, but it is a possibility.
So Nick going to the top side there. One thing right here, when you have a ship like this, pointed at a 45-degree angle, you're telling your opponent, all right, I'm gonna go one of these ways,
Right.
but you have to choose which way am I actually gonna go.
Yep.
And we've all been in these situations where those 50-50 situations where your opponent goes left and you thought they were going to go right, and you end up looking like a fool.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what a lot of Empire players like to do is stuff like that because most of the ships in Empire are capable of doing this stuff like that.
Right.
So I do that a lot with my guys local, try and make them guess where I'm going to go, and then I'll just circle around on the back end. But they all know how to beat me now, so it's just kind of like I
We
can constantly
found
get
you
beaten.
out. Found you out, man. All right, these next couple turns are really gonna determine, I think, the swing of the game right here.
I'm kind of thinking he's hoping that he'll bait him with Anakin, and then just
swing in with Obi-Wan.
But I don't know, because Watt is committed to the left side, so.
I mean, but is he though? I mean, he's not really.
I guess
he could just hard one.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And this gas cloud right there too. So
I've only played the Watt list once, so.
Yeah. So this is the top 8.
Yep.
Realize I don't have that out there. Let me go ahead and put it up. So I've been working on small tweaks on for my side. Which is why you don't see it out there. I'll go ahead and get ourselves a round number here. Big guy, 360. Thank you so much.
Oop, sorry.
Stop smacking the mic, Johanna.
Sorry.
God, streaming with rookies, man.
Yep, I'm definitely a rookie. No, I keep getting texted from the store owner, so.
Is everything okay? Is
Oh,
anything on
yeah,
fire?
I'm just working on more prize support, so. Trying to figure it out.
So right now, look at that poll, 51 to 48%.
That's exactly where it should be.
That's exactly. I
It
completely
needs to be
agree.
50-50.
All right, hold on. I haven't done a vote, so I'm going to go ahead and I have to vote for Will.
Yep.
So
There
there
you
you
go.
go.
It's closer. It needs to be exactly 50. It does it injustice.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay,
Oh,
he's
wait,
committing.
Stay right there, guys.
He's
Stay
committing.
right there.
He's committing. Oh, let's stop the poll. Turn it off right now. Turn it off.
Quick.
And got it. Oh, somebody voted right at the end.
That person.
All right, so it looks like they're thinking slight advantage, Nick.
Yep.
We'll see how this shakes out. This is definitely going to be the engagement turn. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. All right, so he's coming in hard. You know, though, I like this approach here from Will, because even if Annie, kind of banks in here, slight, he's got a response immediately ready for Nick.
Right. One other thing I'm thinking he might do is just do a 2 forward, and then just kind of sit there and do one more round of this bait and switch thing.
This dance.
Because there's that little small rock right there. So the one droid is going to have to commit to the right, and Will's just going to have to make a choice and hope that it's the right choice. Because those droids pretty much will have to commit that way because of that rock. So it's just kind of one of those things. It's really weird watching it from home on the stream.
Yep.
It seems a little like I can understand it a little easier, but watching on the screen when it's really big, you're just like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah. Well, also you're on the mic too, so you're not just enjoying. People don't understand the pressure that it is sitting back here. It's not like watching it at home.
Yeah.
There's the one hard.
Yep.
There's the one hard. Probably get a boost here. Maybe not. We'll see. Will's looking at his options. And even with this rock in the way, like with 2 forward barrel roll calculate, he's got that available.
Yeah, but you also got this rock here too that's hidden kind of in that little black spot right there.
The mustachio.
Yeah, the mustachio, yeah. So he has to have to commit. And that's to me is the which way do you commit?
All right, here Obi-Wan turned in, barrel roll. That looks to be in arc of one of the Volter droids in the front. That might be out of range of green. And there's a focus. So we might be trading some paint here on this one.
That'd be close. A hard one. What is he thinking he's going to do? Maybe go back there and sit behind that rock
Yep.
and just soak up shots?
So I think he was expecting Will to go in hard on the right side instead of the left.
Well, Will left his options open with this.
Oh,
with
yeah.
The spread he just did.
If somebody wants to be super awesome in the chat and post the link to the stream on Reddit and the Fantasy Flight forum, that'd be great. We kind of got here in a rush, like most streams. Never enough time to set up, and always in a hurry. So we'd really appreciate that. Somebody's got my back there. That'd be great.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. This seems to be a fine-tune controls boost.
I'm going to go talk to Matt real quick.
Let me go ahead and turn this down. And the focus for the action. And we are in the engagement. Just gonna go ahead and see if that is in range. Them seems to be just out. Seems. All right, that's going to be out of range. Single edge to single edge. And that's going to be range 3 there. All right, here we go. We're going to go. Range 3, here we go. Nothing on that shot. Defend because you have to. Oof, I got to fix the color balance on that. That looks terrible. All right, here we go. This is first energy shell from White, and that's going to be 3 hits. Using the energy shell ability, defending. Yeah, only 2 greens on the defense there. And he's going to be taking 2 right off the bat. 2 shields on Obi-Wan. All right, gas clouds obstruction. So it'll be 3 dice plus the blank change to evade for Obi-Wan. And Will debating whether or not to spend the energy shell. He is deciding just to do it natural. 1 crit. I think that's the right call, saving that energy shell, because most likely that was not going to go through. All right, and we are back to the engagement phase. All right, so looking at Will's options, I mean, Nick. Really, what I want to see is what is Nick gonna do with Obi-Wan Kenobi here after taking that damage early. After taking the damage early, is he gonna disengage with him? Is he going to stay aggressive? And if so, how is he planning to disengage? Because Jedi have a lot of options in their dial. Really, almost the entire dial is open to the Jedi at any time. Obi-Wan still has a couple of Force left available to him.
Okay, what did I miss?
So we had a Obi-Wan Kenobi lost 2 shields on an energy shell from White.
Ooh, wow.
And Wheel decided to just shoot primaries because this was going to go through through the rock floor plus a gas cloud effect, and made the correct choice because quadruple natties. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's just never going to waste those shells on that.
yeah, we kind of have to talk quietly because of let's see. I'm going to try to boost the signal. I'll try to boost. Give me a second, everybody. It's just it's a really echoey room.
Well,
And they're not that far away either.
Yeah, we're
check,
kind of
check, check,
kind of
check,
in a
check,
basement.
check. There we go. Check. You should be able to hear us now. We might be getting a little bit of grain noise.
Yeah, I can hear it. So
Check. Check 1, 2. It should be good now.
we actually kind of did it so we had to rent out the space because we didn't get the season we wanted. So that's why we're doing like the top 8 at the store instead of the big room that we were at. So, but
Yeah.
this is good because now top 8's gonna get some prize support too on top of this extra stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to turn this down just a bit. Check, check, check. All right. I think that's where we're going to be. Here, Johannes, get a little more in there, and
Okay.
that should take care of us. We just can't get too excited. Otherwise, we will kill their ears
Okay.
at home.
Quiet. Shh.
All right. We're going to golf announcing here. So this was one of the debate I was gonna ask you right here.
Yeah.
He took 2 damage there. He's 1 away from half points. Of course, he can always get it back with R2, but how aggressive do you think he's going to try to disengage here? What's the move? Because he's already got that one down. He's not even debating that. He's already got it down. Obi-Wan's the one Anakin's the one he's thinking about.
I'm trying to think of what the dial is for the.
They have everything.
droids.
Everything. For the droids. Oh,
Yes.
that's bad. Hold on.
Because
We can go ahead and pull it up. So, the Separatist droids have available to them. They have the 1 hearts, 2 hard, 3 hearts, 2 bank. 3 banks are red. No 1 banks. 4 straight, 5 straight. So have basically all the options minus the 3 bank available, or the 1 bank.
sorry,
So you're fine.
my marshal said something funny.
So a couple of people here are asking in the chat, why didn't he spend the focus on his force results? Oh, he did. He did. On the defense, he spent a force. He held on to the focus to make sure that. Excuse me, he didn't because he wanted to hold on to the force and his focus. Wait a second, going back in my head. I'm forgetting the dice. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. It made sense at the time, but I don't even remember anymore. Living in the moment. All right, here we go. 4 straight here from Blue. Has a Kraken calculate, and looks like we're going to be getting the barrel roll calculate, which probably blocks the 1 bank, or at least is right in front of where Anakin would be on a 1 bank. White also banking in towards Anakin. So William here is pretty convinced that Nick's going to be disengaging with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he's basically putting all the money on it.
Yep.
Which, you never know. Nick might surprise everyone and just be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
2 forward.
Goodbye, Vulture. All right, and the 2 straight here actually covers the coming in here of Obi-Wan, so I like that. Of course, Obi-Wan with a 2 straight barrel roll gets out of the arc, but he has an option there if he banks in. There it is, covering Obi-Wan possibly coming in. I like the strategy here from Will. He's probably debating the barrel roll towards the top of the board. Goes for it.
Yep. See, I like how Will does the barrel roll stress a lot, because a lot of players wouldn't want to risk it in a way. They'd just be like, oh, okay, I'll just sit here. But Will's just not afraid to get that stress, which I think helps him in a lot of matches.
Oh, yeah. A couple of things he's doing here. If Obi-Wan did something like trying to assuming if that Will was coming in here, if he was trying to 5 straight over, that green vulture here most likely is getting a block, and that's energy shell here and energy shell here.
Yep.
And we'll see where this other guy's going to be here.
I was kind of surprised he did a hard 2 there.
So Watt is going to go ahead and 1 bank. Has barrel roll available to it. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it on the calculate using Kraken. Make it available for the vultures. Alright, and it is Nick's turn to respond. I mean, this is a great matchup. This is cagey versus aggression, maneuverability versus options. All right, so there is the supernatural boost, 5 straight. So did call the fast move. He will not be able to boost again because he did boost already. He's in 1 shot, has a barrel roll available if he wants it. Is in the arcs of 1, 2, 3 vultures.
Well, so the nice part is he's got that cushion on one of the energy shells at least with the rock.
Now, Anakin going in. Is it a bump?
Oh, that's close. That's super close.
So that did bump.
That's bump. Oof.
So there is the block that Will was going for there. He's going to have a range 1 shot from white, an energy shell coming from green. And here's the thing, that Nick he doesn't have, the only chip that he has 2 shots on right now is Watt, which of course is the Kraken carrier. So maybe that's the plan here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But you also think the Watt's getting. Can Watt actually get help from the droids?
He can't.
He can't? Okay.
Nope. Listen in here.
Sorry, I haven't played in like a few months. Outside of...
All right, here we go. First attack. Range 1. Hit crit. And going into yellow, has a couple calculates available. Spending blues for 1. Hit crit, risks the double damage. So he's going to spend his own, because you can't use network calculations for 2 of them.
Right.
So it's just going to be a crit. Going to go ahead and shuffle that deck. Panic Pilot, double stress. He's currently stressed right now. That's a triple stress on that vulture. Yellow down to 1. There we go. Or down 1. Obi-Wan, range 1 into Watt. Hit crit, debating using the Force, knocks down his templates.
Yep.
He's going to force.
Smart choice.
So Force is down. He's completely out of the Force there. And takes hit crit.
Shields down.
Shields are down. All right, here we go. Will follows up. Watt shoots range 3 at Anakin. He doesn't have arc on Obi-Wan. And has 1 range 1s for a reroll.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Good.
All right. All right, so if it's flat on the table, so that's going to be 1 shield onto Anakin. Kind of surprised he's not going into Obi-Wan first, but I guess that one, those don't have the option to share with each other.
Mm-mm.
So hit crit from green into Anakin. That's going to be a crit, another shield.
Oh, you don't have tack officer, that's why you got stress on it. Yeah, I think it's kind of crazy that all this fits in 200.
So we're going to go white now to Anakin.
The number of named pilots and the fact that that fits in there is...
And he's going to spend that for 3.
That's exactly what he wanted.
But the veteran turret gunner is the one that kills. Veteran turret...
He's going to spend greens instead of whites so that he has the calculate available for that shot.
Yep.
Has a focus.
No.
And
it's
spends.
Anakin, so
Yep.
he has to spend the Force. Did he flip the shield? I don't think he flipped.
Yeah, he's got to flip the shield here in a second. I'm sure they'll realize it. We'll give him a second. Purple energy shell. So spends his own. Hit crit. Double of 8s. He's got 1 energy shell left through a rock right now. Sure, Will was hoping to have Obi-Wan spend that focus.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to shoot range 1 first. 3 dice. It's the same number of dice and the same number of modifications. So if he doesn't have to...
Well, this one's slightly a better shot because he's only getting 2 dice defensively.
Hit crit. That's
Takes
a crit.
1 shield.
All right, that's half points on Obi-Wan for now.
For now. Can't forget the other pesky droids in this game.
Going through his options right now. Will deciding to be conservative and not go with the energy shell. Primary attack, and won't spend the calculate just to hold on to it with Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, we're back here. This is probably one of the more chill, like chill commentating gigs I've had in a while
Yeah.
because like literally I know everybody in the room.
Yeah.
I don't really feel uncomfortable screaming at the table. Hey, yeah, guys, you suck.
Yeah.
You know? It's all in love. Okay.
I know just about everyone, maybe one person. So.
Like I would hug all the people in this room.
I would
like
too.
that's that. Like I'm at that level.
Yeah.
And if you would like a hug at an event, as long as you've bathed recently, I will also hug you. All
No.
right, people out there in the world. So
I always have my golden rule for my events.
that's right. When was the last time you showered? This morning or last night? Come on in.
So one of the things I always have for my events is I have a BO rule.
Yeah.
It means you can't smell in my event. If you do, I'm kicking you out of my event.
There you go. I mean, when you run the event. That's your prerogative.
None of my players, I've never had to use the rule. on
There you go.
anybody,
They
but
just know. They know.
just know. Yeah.
Going to league night, freshen up, yo. Well, one giveaway that we're going to be doing, our top giveaway, we are, looks like about 14 subs away from hitting the goal, is a Plo Koon repaint that was done by Luke Carrington of the Gold Squadron Paintcast, done every Mondays and Thursdays, and we're going to be giving that away during the final, as well as some other small things that I did bring. This is not a premiere event, so we're not pulling out all the stops for today, but I always got something for you guys, and having a painted ship is pretty sweet. Dion, how tall? This is probably one of the more interesting chats I've had in a while. Dion, how tall are you? I've met you at Minot, and you were much taller than I expected. Do I sound short?
I guess you're a midget.
I mean, I don't consider myself a tall man.
No. I mean, I'm not tall. I think we're about the same height, aren't we?
Let's find out. We're standing right now.
Yeah. We're 5'9".
Yeah, 5'8",
5'9".
5'9" on a good day.
Yeah.
We've slept enough, and our spines have stretched a little.
Yeah. I'll even go up to 5'10", maybe.
Yeah. With good shoes.
Jeez, yeah, there you go. It's the chat.
It's a chat. We're entertaining them.
Today's the relaxed day.
Yeah, it is pretty chill, honestly. Yeah, I'm an average type. No way, taller. No, I'm not that tall. No, yes, I am. I always tell my wife, like, I wish I was like 5'11". Think that's where I'd like to be, but
5'10". You don't really hit your head on things as much.
true.
You definitely don't want to be Tyler Tippett tall.
Mm-mm.
He's got to be hitting his head on everything.
Too tall. Listen, we got 427 people at home. They want to be entertained. That's what we're here for.
Yep,
All right, so
entertainment.
let's go. Let's look back at the table. Will has a lot of decisions here to make, and honestly, I can see why he's. See, we don't have a dial down yet for that vulture or for what. There you go. He just set the center one. Huh.
Take damage. Why as soon as I take
Because he has focus evade.
So, looks like Nick is waiting on Obi-Wan's dial. Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I'm going to take a look at the de-stressing maneuvers here for the Vulture droids. 2 hards and the 2, 3, 4 straight.
So what he's got?
He's
the
this-
2
this guy's
yellow and
This guy's triple stressed.
yeah.
So
He may
he-
just go forward and
is-
just get him out.
and is holding an energy shell. He's going to want to de-stress that one as soon as possible. It might actually be a priority target for Nick just to get it off the table as well.
So I'm assuming he's gonna go right with the pink one, because he's gonna take the rock no matter what. Just
Yeah.
go right and kind of use it as a blocker for Anakin going left.
Okay.
Who knows? He may swing it in the other way, but he has to realize Watt moves after them. So
Yeah. Will double checking his options here.
you know, the one game I did play the Watt list with, I had a crazy fun time using the 1K turn. It's just super cool.
It's a great maneuver, though it's unable if you are nub to nub. It's impossible to K-turn over another ship. So
I was just saying because there are a lot of times you can just use it as like a small block.
yeah.
And it's just great.
All right. So seems to be a
Talon roll.
talon roll. Another talent roll there from White. Mad Medic, where is Evansville? And when is it?
It's Southern Indiana.
Southern Indiana. When does that happen?
It's like right at, you know where that little like hook comes off of Indiana at the bottom? That's right where it's in. It's in June sometime.
Sometime
I
in June.
think.
I haven't actually scheduled June yet, so maybe. I don't know.
I was thinking about that might be the one I go to that's
play.
left, yeah, to play.
June 8th.
So I have family that lives down in Olney, which is pretty close. It's like Southern Illinois.
Yep.
So
Maybe.
maybe.
June 8th. Send me an email. we can figure it out. All right. It seems like we're turning out. Calculate there. Hard 2 over the rock. Takes the damage. On number pink. That is the famous vulture droid from last weekend.
Mm-hmm. What happened last weekend?
I mean, it just refused to die in a game. It was on fire for like the entire game, but just would not die. It was like it's gonna get a T-shirt designed after it. That's how great it was. Like it was hilarious. So any vulture who receives the accolades of pink is big. So one thing I want to see, can we get an update from the other games? That would be really useful.
Can we get an update from the other games? So in Will and Nate's game, Will's down. He's playing
This is
4
Will
X-Wings.
Barnacle and
Will
Nathan
Barnacles,
Heide.
yep.
Yep.
Will is playing 4 X-Wings, the Biggs, Red Squadron, Wedge, and Dane. And I think he's down Biggs and something else. And then the bomber on Nathan's list, he has 2 barrage bombers, Vader and Soonter, and 1 bomber's down. You want to give me some other updates? So, Dominic Brown, I think?
Dominic Brown and Peter Rose.
Dominic Brown and Peter Rose. Dominic is playing a Rebel Beef, and the other one is a Separatist Swarm. It's a droid swarm. And Tin Nub sounds like he's on fire, burning very heavily, and looks like a lot of the droids are up still. And there's not very much damage on that game on the droid side. The other game looks like it's Marcel
and Ethan.
And it's 2 Rebel Beef lists. Marcel lost a U-wing. Ethan lost a Y-wing.
Okay.
So.
Huh. All right, I think it's go time here. So we see where Will moved all his vultures, and now it's the Jedi. Okay. So we're gonna hold down here. Is
Ooh,
that
that's
a
a bump.
block? That's very close.
Oh yeah, it's bump.
Only within range 1. I can spend them for any shot that's within range.
So that's gonna bump,
Yep.
which isn't the worst thing for Obi-Wan. He's only taking one shot from one. Oh no, never mind. That's actually pretty bad. I didn't see all these other ones turn around. So he's gonna take 1, 2, 3 shots there. No modifiers past a single force. So Obi-Wan might eat it this turn. So Obi-Wan's not gonna fit. Excuse me, Anakin's not gonna fit there either, and will
Nope.
only end
Just
up
sliding up, just
sliding
slightly.
up. He's gonna be able to probably nuke yellow this turn.
That or he might just continue pressure on Watt.
Yep. I'm gonna go up and down the line here and double check who has energy shells. 1, 2, the third, the fourth one, and the sixth one do not.
The third one doesn't.
The third vulture doesn't.
Okay. That's the crucial one because that's the one with the calculate shooting at Obi-Wan.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't think I.
Yeah. White has no.
Same target. We might need to get this guy out of the way because I don't know how far forward that. I don't think it's obstructed. Yeah.
So we had a judge call with Nathan and Will's game yesterday. Both of them arguing.
Range 1. And has force available. And he's looking at his options to see if he's going to get shot at all by blue. Checking that arc. He's going to go around to the other side.
So I've noticed with the treacherous thing, Will was kind of mentioning it earlier, but the way these ships turn,
Yep.
it deals with a lot of how they're lined up,
Mm-hmm.
and treacherous then matters because of how they're shooting through.
Yeah. It's important to note that Nick did regen back up one shield, so the half points that Will has is gone. All right. Oof. 1, 2, 3. I think Watt just ate it.
Yeah, Watt is dead.
All right. No calculate saving anymore. That might be the game.
I think that's game.
That might be the game. Not being able to hold on to those calculates is huge.
But okay, next round I'm dead. So.
Come on, Blank. Get correct.
All right. So just marking the ones that don't have shots right now.
Same question. Still nearby.
We'll check in his options here.
Now,
Checking to see if he has range 1 there to Anakin. Anakin spent all the force.
so 3 on 2.
Range 3 from blue to Obi-Wan. This is 2 dice, 1 crit. Obi-Wan has 1 force available and has to spend it. All right, last force is down, so no mods for Obi-Wan now. Range 2 from green. Blank out. And here's white. Last shot for the turn. We're hoping to get some damage in here. So he's going to go ahead and spend it. And he said, screw it. They don't come back. That's going to be 2 right there. That's a shield and a hole there on Obi-Wan.
That was crucial. He needed that little bit of kick.
So Will gains 49 points. Still behind a good chunk, though. Watt costs 56 points.
I think really, if Will can clear maybe Obi-Wan in the next turn or 2, he may have a chance at just getting points, winning on points.
Yep.
I think that's his win condition now at this point.
Yeah, agreed. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and mute for 1 second. I'm going to I'm going to adjust the dice cam a little bit. We'll be right back. All right. We got 24 minutes left in the round. Dice should look a little bit better this time. Not so neon heavy. We had a player take an injury.
Yeah. So, because we're playing in the basement, there's a lot of ductwork down here, and it's slightly just a little low.
It's forehead right into the duct.
Well, we've all locally hit our heads on it.
Yeah.
You haven't played it right.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah. Right.
All right, here we go. Hard to down to 1 stress on yellow. I think he's just trying to get him out of the way.
Yeah.
Honestly. All right, here is the 1 turn. So anticipating the 2 hard from Obi-Wan there. That would be a block. Debating the barrel roll. And the 2 turn. That's close whether or not that would fit now. Pink is going to go ahead and talon roll, anticipating trying to try to get a block here. But I think Obi-Wan.
So we did have 1 game end. Will lost to Nathan Idy.
Okay, William Barnacle loses to Nathan Idy. Nathan Idy moves to the top 4. We don't have the top camera available today because the ceiling is too low.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It saved me some setup.
Yeah. No,
We were running a little behind today anyway, so it worked out. I think those are going to be premiere event exclusive view changes. Okay. Calculate actions.
You can just kick that if you want.
All right, white moving up. Just gonna go ahead and use the rail method here.
So one thing to note, the other games are on a different time right now.
Yeah,
than
they're gonna
this
be end
stream.
about 5 minutes before us.
Yep. So if you hear it's the end of the round,
Lies.
that's lies.
All right, let's see what this Jedi are doing. Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's probably just leaving. So it's important to note that Nick can no longer regen past half. So I think Will should probably spend the majority of his time trying to get Anakin here, right?
Yeah,
Like
now that Obi-Wan's definitely peeled out, and there's no chance of getting it to him with those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Note that he did regen a shield on Obi-Wan. Two straight. He's going to have a range 1 shot on green. Only 1 force available as a modifier, but he did that last time too. he popped Watt.
And Anakin still got the regens. Later,
Still got
so
regen. Pink is the only one that has a shot on him. So calculate available for whoever he shoots. They're all kind of in this range 1 little hub there. Green has the most modifications.
I think you try and break the curse.
He tries to go at pink. Let's see. He'd only have 1 calculate available to use.
All right.
So you can only use network calculation 1.
I mean, they all got 1 calculate, so it doesn't matter who you
All right,
shoot.
he's going into pink. Triple blanks.
Oh my god.
All right.
Pink is still the
Pink
man.
refuses to die. Number pink. And he's going to use one of his buddies' calculates. And he's going to take 1. Another shield down.
Pink. The
That's
power-
half. That's
power
half.
of pink.
Gets him up to 94. Though he's still got both regen charges. So I mean that 94 is deceptive. He's got to get a couple more damage for it to actually matter. The chat is correcting you. It is number pink.
Number pink.
Yeah.
My bad. I wasn't around last weekend. Sorry.
Eagle TSI trying to make Red the true hero. Listen, we'll remember Pink forever. It was the first hero. What about the colorblind people? They'll just have to believe.
Yeah.
It's faith. I mean, they already have. There's so many things they already have to just believe us, right?
Yeah.
Like stop means red is stop,
Well, like, I
green
know-
is go.
I know one person that's
like the
colorblind.
worst.
I'm gonna be trading one of my black or the charcoal dye
Yeah.
for the green ones because they can see them.
Oh, there you go.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be trading one of them for him. I mean, I already got a set, so it doesn't really matter. But no, the basement is.
That's a
very-
nice basement.
It's a nice
It's
basement.
it's just a basement. It's
Yeah.
low. I remember when I was traveling for X-Wing, the first place I went that they didn't have a basement. Like, yeah, we don't have basements here. I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't have basements? Like, we just don't have basements.
We come from Illinois. There's
yeah,
always a
there's
basement.
always a basement. Look at all that extra retail value, baby.
Yeah.
Yellow cleared out his panic pilot. Hard 2
True hero.
onto the gas cloud. Still no actions, though. Maybe gas
yeah,
cloud?
I bumped before the gas cloud. The hard one still won't get him out next turn anyway.
All right, another hard 2 here. I think just trying to take up space where Anakin can go. I mean, William's got to use that advantage of having so many ships. But some of the issue is when you're trying to set up so many blocks, then how many do you have shooting, right? That's that little bit of give and take.
Can we get a check on the energy shells? Because that might be
Yeah, we can go ahead and update that.
big crucial.
We'll wait for Will to move his hands.
We got pink, yellow.
So they're in the
blue.
same order that he's got them here. So
Okay.
green spent, which we have it.
I think we're still good. I think that's.
Blue has it.
I think this is gonna be.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be Will's saving grace is that he does have 3 of those, and he needs to figure out a way to spend one to actually shoot at the Jedi. Because that's gonna give him the dice variance, especially when he goes against like Obi-Wan out in the far distance. Because if he can get pink out there and swing him farther up, Obi-Wan's got to come back.
I'm sorry, I missed the beginning part.
So he's got pink has an energy shell still left. What he can do is he can just put pressure on Obi-Wan to stay out of the fight with pink, because he just swings it up there, takes the calculate, and then now he's got this whole stretch up on top of the mat that Obi-Wan just doesn't want to trade shots with.
Yep. All right, hard 1 to the right there. He's got to calculate there, so he has 2 available currently.
Welcome to playing Swarms.
Just put it where you are. Put it wherever you want. It's fine. Yeah, this is a furball if we've seen one, right?
Yep. Except stream table.
All right. So a 3 bank from Anakin, I think gets him out of all the things, but he doesn't have shots, which then William would probably just go and crash in on Obi-Wan, like you said, coming off the top. Anticipating it right now, Nick is starting to bail out. He's got had a hard turn and barrel roll in the other after.
I think Nick just kind of said what I was thinking.
And 5 forward onto gas cloud. So that's going to be a range 1 shot coming from yellow. And it's not going to be obstructed, I don't believe. I guess it's really dependent on the angle, right?
That was a K turn,
Oh, okay. 5K.
which he shouldn't get the stress because he's range 1.
Nope,
And
but
in
he still
bullseye.
doesn't. He doesn't get any actions though.
No.
He did have to spend a stretch to do that.
I thought if he had, was it bullseye that you didn't have to spend?
Let's go ahead and take a
Force?
look. You still have to spend it no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's got 2 calculates available for pink. I think white is the only one. It's going to blue. Unobstructed. Blue does have an energy shell up. Can't shoot it this turn, but it is a very valuable weapon. Obviously. Only 1 mod. Here we go. And that is going to probably kill him.
Oh, wow.
2 evades. Hit crit. Crit, crit. Let's see what happens.
Fuel leak. Dead. Wow.
Whew. Blue. Gone.
Yeah, this is where the slippery slope starts to happen.
All right, let's go ahead and discharge blue.
Bye, Blue. My boy, Blue.
Got 2 coming in. That's Gas Cloud doing his thing.
Auto-thrusters.
So I guess, yep.
It's hard to tell because he regions. So like, well, Obi-Wan's permanently half, but he killed Black.
So people are asking about the obstruction. That very front corner, the closest to closest, would be essentially just be a straight line.
Yep.
So and that's definitely clipping. So
It's just slightly closer.
yep, just a little bit. And while I do agree that gas clouds are a little more forgiving than they probably should be, we got to deal with them and how they are right now. But I did get the developers to say that if it did become too ridiculous, they would be willing to add, because it like to change the effect.
Yeah.
This was at Adepticon. I was like, but they're like, oh, we don't think it's that bad. Like, but I said, but let's go down the road and let's just say like it just gets a little bit out of hand.
Yeah.
Would you be able to do that? Yeah, we would just change the rules reference.
Right.
Easy. I just think it's. I understand. I think there should always be
A
just
condition.
yeah. It needs to be worse, no
Yeah.
matter what. And that's for whether. I mean, and the thing is, like, as a competitive player, I'm going to use them when they're
Oh,
when
yeah.
they're best for
Right.
me. Absolutely.
Like I played this one game and it was just there was so many gas clouds on
Yeah.
the map, and it was just basically who would get the better variance, and it
Yeah.
was just like you know I had modifiers and the other guy didn't, but it was just like I think there needs to be a default condition other than you just don't get an action
Yeah.
by going through it.
Agreed. Like a strain
Strain, yeah.
or something. Jam.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
maybe
strain
not.
is probably
Strain
the best.
is probably the best one. Because I know for me strategically, like when you choose to go over an obstacle, you want it to be a hard choice, right?
Right.
Not just like, oh, I'm going to K-turn over here. It doesn't matter because I wouldn't have got my action anyway.
Right.
My R's today. K-turn, earn. Sorry, they're not coming out. How do they? All right, Ethan Van Sant moves to the top 4, beating Marcel Manzano with a So
He
here's
didn't
here's the
black
thing.
out.
If William loses this game, Ethan automatically gets a world's invite.
Yep.
Like that is that it's set. We basically just go home, right? Like we can just pack it all up.
I already got all my stuff. I'm ready to go. Anyway.
As the stream goes up in an uproar. We're just kidding, guys. We're gonna be here all the way to the final.
Yep. There's still a trophy to get.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like some store credit, maybe?
Oh, yeah, some store credit. I think non-competitive players need some softer obstacles. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
I teach, one thing I disagree with strongly is when you're teaching people to game, to teach them with no obstacles on the board. Absolutely disagree. They need to learn obstacles are part of the game from the beginning.
Yep.
Why would you're handicapping new players? They're like, oh, no, we're going to put rocks down. Now they don't know what to do.
Right. Nope.
So
always when I train people, you always play at least with
yeah, something. At least like two something
do the
out there.
Biggest rocks too.
Yeah.
That way they can see it clearly. Because some of the small rocks kind of throw them off. So I always choose the biggest boulders. That way they can see, hey, I can't go there. Or if I do go there, I need a reason why I'm going there. Plus, there's been, back when I first started, there was many times I would just set up on the table, and then I would just put rocks out on the thing, and I would just fly my ships through it.
Yeah.
Just so I kind of get that feel of how to maneuver around them.
All right. Will trying to spread his guys out, anticipating. I think he's just turning it all in on Anakin, huh?
Yeah, I think that's where he's going to get most of his arcs.
White is just a calculate generator. It's like, if you guys need it, I got you.
I got your back.
I got your back, guys.
Yep, there was your turn in that you thought.
And it is important to note that the invite will not be going to waste. I see a couple of people saying that it's going to get passed down to, assuming that, just depending on what happens here. If Will wins the game, it'll be Ethan or Will that will end up with it. If William loses, Ethan gets it no matter what, and he doesn't have it. So somebody's going to get it. 5 minutes left in the round. This may be the last turn, depending on the how long it takes. We'll see. Yep. So he's going to go ahead and regen. Which puts Nick back in the lead. 80 to 49. Trading some range 3 shots here. Obi-Wan's got a lock. He's got the force. That's 3 hits. Takes 2, and yellow is off the board. I don't know if Will can come back from that one. That puts him up at 104, even if he halves Anakin again. All right, Anakin did what he had to. That 3 bank, that bump was fine.
My wife's calling me.
All right, so that shot didn't count. Doesn't matter. And this is probably going to be the last round. We got a little under 3 minutes. And barring something crazy, most likely Nick Tobin is going to be taking this and going into the top 4. And one of the big things that really hurt Will, and it was accidental, right? So Will ended up blocking Anakin and giving Anakin a range one shot on Watt, and it just wiped him out early in that game. And not being able to hold on to those calculates really hurts the Vulture droids and lowers the action efficiency.
Sorry, the boss called.
Stream time.
1 minute, 50 seconds.
I was just making sure before I just sit here staring at my dice. That was improper communication.
All right. So this is going to be the last turn. They've agreed. The regen, like Will's score has gone up, down, to 3 times now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will has to kill a ship and get half on Anakin.
I think if he kills Obi-Wan.
No, it's not going to put him over. He has to go. He has to kill one. It's either completely kill Anakin or go half on Obi-Wan and half on Anakin.
Yeah, that's just no way.
Which both of them have full force now.
Yeah, there's
So
no
it's
way.
very unlikely. They will both be using that purple evade action.
Yes.
And Pete Rose beats Dominic Brown as well. So Pete Rose moving on to the top 4. So we have 2 more games coming for you guys today. Top 4 and the final
So
from Bloomington, Illinois.
that means 1 Rebel Beef is in.
2.
2.
No, sorry, no. Vulture Swarm, Rebel Beef,
And
maybe
Vader.
these Jedis,
Nathan's Empire list.
and Nathan's Empire list. So what's the bracket breakdown? Who plays who?
Let's take a look. So it looks like Nathan's gonna face
Ethan, and Peter will play against. Nick is gonna have to play against another Vulture Swarm
Yep.
after this.
This match will probably be pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Chat saying if number pink lives, it's not a true win. Not in the heart, right? Great play by both players. Time has expired, and this is gonna be it. So we'll see if Will gives himself a chance.
The only thing I'll say is you were throwing like unmodified dice every shot after the first
And Will looks like he's going all in on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Even if he kills him, though,
It's still
it's not enough points.
And really, at this point, Nick just kind of bails out on both.
Yep. They can't. The stream can't hear with all the things we're hearing, but they're having a good time at the table. I think this is probably my other favorite thing about being able to play with people in high, potentially high stress environments,
Right.
is that even at this level of play, people are still having a good time.
Yeah, it's more jokes and fun than anything else.
Yep. Obi-Wan, hard one, gonna barrel roll.
Probably away.
Barrel roll, boost, and evade, most likely. Fine-tuned. boosting towards the top or forward.
Forward, just
Same
to mount,
difference.
yeah.
And there is the handshake.